I'm Patsy Wiggins. I'm President and COO of the HR Group. Welcome to our quarterly forum that brings issues of diversity and inclusion to the Greensboro community for open discussion. First of all, we would like to thank our sponsors who made this event possible. Sage Leadership and Strategy, the University of North Carolina at Greensboro, the Business Journal, and the News and Record. Let's give them a hand, please. We'd also like to thank our HR team who made this possible, who did a lot of hard work on it. I wasn't one of them. Brenda Thompson, Susan Kirkman, and Ivan Cutler. I also would like to recognize the following people in our audience today. First of all, my business partners, David and Bunny Roth. Mary Kay Abuza-Wader from our City Council. Ashley Brooks from the Women's Resource Center. And I would say that all the proceeds from this breakfast will go to the Women's Resource Center. My good friend, Dr. Julie Lapham, from the North Carolina Council for Women, who is appointed by Governor Perdue, and you'll find some materials on your table that was provided by them. If you would, please share that, and later it'll be on our website, so if you miss one, you can go to our website and get it. And also one of the region directors from the North Carolina Council for Women, Bernetta Thickpen. This is the largest group that we've had in our 5 years of presenting these forums. We're so excited to have almost standing room only. And I will tell you that we had a waiting list, and had we not had some bad weather, I expect there wouldn't be any empty chairs here. Today our topic is women leaders, removing barriers to success. We will explore strategies, best practices, and more from powerful women making a difference. These are 4 of the most influential women in Greensboro, discussing the path that brought them to their current situation, their recommendations for women going forward, and how organizations can get past the glass ceiling and support us. And now, I would like to introduce to you our moderator, Lenora Billings-Harris, and who will introduce our panel. Lenora Billings-Harris, whom I met when she first came to Greensboro, is an international diversity and inclusion strategist and author, and is an accomplished, trailblazing woman. She was named by Diversity Woman magazine as one of the 20 top influential diversity leaders in the U.S. She's included among the top 100 thought leaders on diversity by SHRM, the Society for Human Resource Management. For the last 3 years, she's been voted one of the top 5 diversity speakers in the U.S. by the Speakers Platform. She holds the highest speakers designation in the world, the CSP, Certified Speaking Professional. Lenora was the first African-American president of the National Speakers Association. In 2014, she will become the first African-American president of the Global Speakers Association, which represents speakers and professional speakers in 13 countries. Locally, she serves on the adjunct faculty of the Bryan School of Business at UNCG, where she and her award-winning team conducted diversity, leadership research, and have been published in several academic journals. And best of all, we are proud at the HR Group to have Lenora as one of our affiliates. Let's give her a wonderful welcome.
Thanks, Patsy. When David and Patsy approached me about being involved in this particular diversity breakfast, and I know several of you who have attended, many of them have known that I've been involved in some way. In some of them, when they asked me, there was hardly a nanosecond that passed before I said yes, particularly when they told me who the panelists would be, because I thought what a wonderful opportunity for me personally, as well as for all of you who are attending today, to hear from these powerful women. But when I was receiving their introductions and looking at my own introduction, what I realized was that normally none of us would necessarily in our introductions talk about what we were first at. However, as I thought about this morning, I thought, in this particular venue, for this particular topic, it's important to share that. Because here we are in 2013 and we're still celebrating first. Now, it's a wonderful thing to celebrate first, but as women, wouldn't it be nice that at some point there will be so many of us in so many positions, trailblazing in so many ways, that it's no longer a first. So as I introduce to you your panel, you will be as amazed, I'm sure, as I was looking at their bios. And as they came in, by the way, some of them asked me where would I like them to sit. And I shared with them, I said to one person who I was going to be introducing first or last, and then I thought, it really doesn't matter where you sit, because I remember seeing a t-shirt that said, "Women who make a difference don't follow the rules." So I figured, I'm sure they did not follow all the rules in order to get to where they are today. So they are sitting not necessarily in the order that I will introduce them. So in our presence are 4 women who are true trailblazers, and I know they will inspire you to speak up and speak out so that you too can improve government, nonprofits, education, and the corporate community. I encourage you to reach out to the many trailblazers who are among us in the audience and honor their accomplishments as well. So as I have looked at each table, for those that I do know, I see trailblazers everywhere out there. Any one of you could have been on this panel. Additionally, as I introduce our panelists, so often the moderator will say, "And hold your applause to the end." Do not hold your applause to the end. And so when I finish the introduction of each person, feel free to honor them by your applause. So we'll start with Donna, and I'll just walk over to them so you do know who I'm talking about, just in case you haven't met them before. So Donna Newton is currently the director of the Guilford Nonprofit Consortium. Nonprofits is Donna's second career after serving as an executive for medical insurance for 30 years. Donna not only has served on many nonprofit boards, she goes straight to the top and has been chair of more boards than I can share with you and name right now, but I will share a few. Chair of the board of the Evergreens Senior Care System, chair of the board of the Evergreens Foundation, chair of the Partners Ending Homelessness Board, chair of the Neighborhoods Committee for the Greensboro Bicentennial Commission, chair of the Outreach Committee for the Performing Arts Center Task Force, advisory board member of the UNCG Center for Leadership and Service Learning, advisory board member for the UNCG Political Science Department, member of the UNCG Chancellor's Engaged Leadership Scholarship Committee, advisory board member of the Cooperative Extension Service. By the way, you're going to see that all of them have been connected either through United Way or UNCG in some way. It's just coincidental. Donna is a member of the Greensboro Mayor's University Roundtable, was a member of the selection committee for the current police chief and other senior city staff positions. Donna was recognized by the Triad Business Journal as a woman with a Woman in Business Award. She received the Athena Award, and I will be sharing more information on that in a moment, so I'll tell you what that is in more detail in a minute. She received that primarily for her work in restructuring the evergreen senior care system that brought 3 new state-of-the-art skilled nursing facilities and $30 million investment to the Guilford community. In 2011, Guilford College presented her with the Algernon Sidney Sullivan Award for service to the Triad. Join me in honoring her. Denise Turner Roth, who is sitting on the end. You probably read about her in the newspaper. Well, all of them, actually, as I think about it. Many of us are in fields today, fields of work, that have little or nothing to do with the college degrees we might hold. I know I'm certainly one of those. That's not the case for Denise. She knew exactly what career she wanted to pursue. She studied government and politics, and then trailblazed her way to her current position. She was assistant city manager here at Greensboro. She was interim city manager for Greensboro, and now she is the city manager of Greensboro. But wait. Before she came to Greensboro in 2008, she left her footprint on our capital, Washington, D.C., where she was the legislative correspondent for a congressman, special assistant to the legislative affairs for the mayor, and then managed $36 million while serving as the public space manager. I imagine in D.C. that's a huge task. She also managed the campaign staff, budget, and operations, and was campaign spokesperson for North Carolina Congressman Brad Miller. The Business Journal recognized Denise's accomplishments and her drive by listing her among the 40 leaders under 40 in 2008. Help me welcome Denise. Dr. Linda Brady, to Denise's left, started blazing her trail the moment she went to college. She blazed the trail for her New York family by being the first in her family to attend college. Dr. Brady became the 10th Chandler of the University of North Carolina at Greensboro in 2008. Previous to leading UNCG, she was a senior executive at the University of Oregon, North Carolina State, and Georgia Tech, and Georgia Institute of Technology, so I'll say the whole word correctly. And in one of those positions, she was the only woman in a senior position of 60 different positions that were of her equal. Under her leadership at UNCG, she completed the academic restructuring and program review process designed to guide future directions and investments for UNCG. Athletics, and I don't know, I started noticing billboards about the Spartans all over the city lately, as athletics are now positioned as an important element of student life. Under her leadership was established a mixed-use village designed to recapture the residential character of the university. Because of her leadership, and while she was and still is at UNCG, UNCG was recognized in several ways. They were designated by Forbes as a Best Buy, included among Princeton Review's Best 377 Colleges, recognition in 2012 for on the GI Jobs list as a military-friendly school, named as a campus sustainability leader in the College Sustainability Report for 2011, recognized as one of the nation's most affordable public universities by the U.S. Department of Education, recognized by the Education Trust as one of only a few U.S. colleges and universities serving low-income students well. Is on the short list of American universities that close the gap between graduation rates for Black and white students. In case that doesn't happen to keep the chancellor busy enough, she has embraced the Greensboro community through her volunteer work. Dr. Brady is a member of the board of directors of the Greensboro Partnership, a founding member of Opportunity Greensboro, which is a collegiate and business partnership. She's a member of the Greensboro Rotary. She's a member of the board of directors of United Way of Greater Greensboro, where she chaired the 2011 campaign for the United Way of Greater Greensboro. So as you can see, these ladies don't sleep. Help me welcome Dr. Brady. And Michelle Gaithers-Clark currently is an author, consultant, and speaker. But I want to tell you not only about that, but also about some of her other accomplishments. Michelle is the president of the Center for Service and Leadership, which is a consultancy. She is an author of the recently published book, The Next Level, Breakthrough Performance, Anchored by Faith. I haven't had the opportunity to read the book yet because I'm going to buy one today so I can read it. But I did read the reviews, and they are stellar. I look forward to reading every page as quickly as possible. Michelle is a trailblazer on many fronts. She's a her professional career spans 29 years, ranging from accountant at a CPA firm to senior vice president and general manager for American Express, where she was one of 3 highest-ranking African Americans other than their CEO while she was there. While at American Express, Michelle was the on-site leader and virtual leader with teams located in New York, North Carolina, Phoenix, Florida, oops, a sound there, sorry about that, Canada, Philippines, and India. She was responsible for empowering teams for up to 7,000 professionals. As a community leader, her affiliations include the Board of Trustees of Bennett College, Board of Directors at Cone Health, Board of Directors of Community Foundation of Greensboro. She mentors students at Guilford County Schools. She was very recently, appointed the interim CEO, the interim CEO of United Way. Michelle's success has been featured in Ebony, Black Enterprise, Working Mothers, and BizLife magazines, and Michelle also, in fact, just last night, received the honor of the Athena Award from the Greensboro Chamber of Commerce. And for those of you who might not have heard of what it is before, it is a national award given for a high level of professional excellence, improving the quality of life for others, and the advancement of women. And by the way, regarding the next level, Michelle would be more than happy to autograph copies for you after the event this morning. Please help me welcome Michelle.